Ọ bụrụ na ibonye Ebonyi State, biko tinye ya na video nchiri gosi gị now. Watch this video ọfụma. Unu mana o nwere cement factory dị na Ebonyi State na-akpọ Nigercem. According to updates nkarago from this factory, anụ m na mgbe this Nigercem company dị very functional, that no grant a lot of Ebonyi State ma ụmụ Igbo ọrụ that time. So they produce cement from that factory that time. Until mgbe megide wuru government wey be politics n'ime ya. Now the politics are plague until the factory will collapse. And now since that time now, that factory is there since. Both my two sage aloga so everything just was there since now. And they may I need to about government in Yanyolo. Whereas now some of the factories in our olden days founding fathers keep long ground. Now these current day leaders enwerike maintain moya. Just maintenance alone, just to maintain fialaru. Here our forefathers, founding fathers created. Imagine going to a company like Nigercem card in use today. Imagine how many Ebonyi State youth okay take it away from the street. Imagine how many Igbo youth now mandebo graduates name with all okay take it from the street. Biko government Ebonyi State, I'm make about a law for mana biko. All one thing you get in Ebonyi State got off photo well. That thing questionable industries revitalize the already existing industries they may abandon all these years. Number one of it will this Nigercem now. Revitalize it, let it start working. Kebido mama get produce best cement that is all going to use na Igboanya. At least call the man agas na Ebonyi State cement. One can use na can use. So at least okay reduce go to the high prices of cement and now. Because Dangote actually the price we buy. Ochi monopoly we buy ndi Igbo. All the money gets we work with Ibeto cement. Because I don't need better no matter who will kafasi we metu some kind of agreement at this mecha amozi happen. All the money gets we handle we connect more together with Ibeto cement. Come on gets we handle that company go produce beline cement. Ko ye bende mmadụ ọrụ. I'm a lot of graduates today in Ebonyi State na nwere ọrụ fagalo. So many people are even being discouraged now to even go to school because of na farmer na fagacha school bata na ọrụ adịrọ. A lot of mineral resources in Ebonyi State need waste today. Government actually need by on that side. Obro songs also ka government na obro songs also. Obro songs also about government. Obro songs it use any street light. Mba. They will other things from Ghana look when they create job opportunities for your youth and citizens. Especially in a state blessed like Ebonyi State. They want a lot of mineral resources. Obna songs here for government. Neighbor and those resources industrialize here, bido produce better things, manufacture better things through that resources. At least okay boost to economy of the state. Put to go the youth to be engaged in something. Our help will reduce crime. Naming Southeast China. If our Southeast leaders will start making use of their resources. Watch and the video come on for Melu Nigercem. Come on for Kayabo companies will collapse. Company na-ebu ndị mmadụ ọrụ before. Company bụ na many people, millions of ndị Ebonyi ma ndị Igbo as a whole si ya wee bụrụ mmadụ today, including according to news on na governor of Anambra State now bụkwa from there close to video life here. Watch the video.
Ebonyi State's biggest abandoned project, known as the Nigeria Cement Factory, Nigercem. Located in Nkalago community in Ebonyi State, southeast Nigeria, Nigercem could best be described as a land of treasure. The first indigenous and most successful cement manufacturing venture to be set up in Nigeria in the year 1956, producing thousands of metric tons of premium quality cement on a daily basis. Unfortunately, in the early 2000s, cement production ceased at Nigercem, and that was the beginning of many sad tales. Decades later, we are only left with memories of an empire long gone. What really happened to this billion-dollar factory that was once the pride and glory of the people of Ebonyi State? Honorable Agu Okpani, former Managing Director of Nigercem, and Ebonyi State former Commissioner for Border Security and Conflict Resolution, takes us through the rise and fall of the Nigeria Cement Factory in Calago.
So, it was a good thing to serve in Nigercem. Why? It was a home away from home. Everything, there's nothing you can learn. Is it market? Is it hospital? Free treatment was extended. In fact, it was extended even to the landlord communities. We had a company policy, community relation policy. And that policy makes it possible for Nigercem to award scholarship to the children of the landlord communities, just like we also award scholarship to staff children. So many people, Soludo was a child of Nigercem. Soludo. The father was working in Nigercem. The owner, federal government had a share. The state government had a share. The 5 state governments had a share. Yes, they had shares. And the technical partner also had shares. The individuals had shares. I mentioned my wife and I were shareholders. Financial institutions have shares. So, that was the structure until we now came to the issue of privatization.
What is very germane is the fact that the Nigercem factory was host to other socio-economic institutions that made life very conducive for every staff that lived and worked in the company. For instance, Mrs. Maria Okpani worked at the Nigercem hospital as a nursing officer. She recounts and relishes her beautiful experience during her stay at the Nigercem factory.
It was a lovely experience. I joined Nigercem as a single girl. Then I knew my husband before he went there. Then I joined and we got married in Nigercem. And stayed there, started having all our children. It's a very nice place. The environment is very, very nice. Quarters, once you come, you just give me a quarter. Furnished room, as my husband has said. You don't need to spend money unnecessarily. There is a cooker for you to cook with. There is light 24 hours. There's not like there's no light. Even if NEPA takes light, within 10 minutes they have put their own generator and it will start until NEPA comes back again. Then water is there steady. Sure, some women do vegetable business in Nigercem. That is watering their yard, their garden with water. You just put in, what do you call it, rubber. Go to sleep. The water will be free watering your garden, the garden. So everything is there. There is a market there. There is a filling station. There is schools for our children. We have nursery, Nigercem nursery school. We have Nigercem primary school. We have UPE primary school. We have St. Charles primary school. We have churches, Catholic, Methodist, Anglican, whichever, Assemblies of God, Presbyterian, all within that compound.
So what led to the collapse of Nigercem?
It is the government interference that led to major problem. It's turnover. When somebody takes over and say, it's my brother that will be the end. Whether the person is qualified or not qualified, it doesn't make any sense to it. So that is exactly, what about, there were mistakes that were made here and there in the past, but then it could have been managed. We had a location at Igbo, a branch
of Nigercem.
Of Nigercem and Igbo. There was a technical mistakes here and there, but all the same, it could have been managed. We have a crusher that have never been put to use. there at Imbo. We had quarters. We had petrol station. But it never functioned.
In 2015, hopes were raised as the state government, under the leadership of Governor Dave Umahi, signed a pact with a company known as Ibeto Group of Companies to revamp the industry and get it working again. This time, Nigercem would be producing 6,000 metric tons of cement per day, creating massive job opportunities for the youths and totally changing the fortunes of the state. Unfortunately, 7 years after the state's collaboration with Ibeto Group of Companies, results are yet to be seen as no cement production has been recorded from the factory. What can be done to get the Nigercem cement factory working again?
If you want to rehabilitate Nigeria, you have to source for technical partner. Financial muscle.
As the price of cement continues to hike, many expect that the state government and her technical partners spare no effort in ensuring that the Nigeria cement factory in Calago, as well as other locations of natural resources in the state, are properly harnessed as a matter of urgency to make life better for all Ebonyans.